Welcome to iSHERA's world. I'm your life coach, 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 iSHERA's world. I'm your life. I'm your life coach. Hi everyone, my name is iSHERA and welcome to my world. Today is another beautiful circle of love regarding the beautiful topic that I love so much, focus factors. Focus factors. Today we are going to have a circle of love speaking about focus factors. Great little tidbits you should know on a metaphysical level on what you need to stay on to keep your focus factor on the highest level possible. If you don't want to listen to this, you want to do something quick, then take your herbals, take your brainstormers, take your ginkgo bilobas, take your herbs that help with memory. That is definitely going to help you with your focus factor. Also, in school, here's a great tidbit for school before I even start the video. You could actually, if you're one of those people who get really nervous around people or are really susceptible to other people's energies, which causes havoc in your life, like doing something simple as wearing sunglasses really protects your spirit and your soul from being affected or being given the evil eye too of any some sort, of any way. Sunglasses protect your soul, the windows of your soul, which is your eyes, from any type of fuckery or debauchery or any type of psychic attacks or negative people throwing negative energy at you. Like sunglasses really help. That's why stars wear sunglasses. And I actually had to tell a client this little tidbit because a client of mine is living in a very bad situation right now. And I told her, look, both you, everyone in your family has to get good sunglasses. And metaphysically, I'm keeping it honest with you, I wouldn't want you to walk around in that house that you're living in without your sunglasses. I had to literally, and I felt kind of weird telling her that, and I was like, I hope she understood, but I think she did because she's a very powerful woman, and she's very in tune with self. Like, I literally told her, like, if you're gonna be in that house, then wear your sunglasses and give your daughter a pair of sunglasses and have her wear sunglasses too, because the energy over there, I don't want them to throw you any negative energy. So I would rather you wear sunglasses because I really think it would protect her and her daughter while living in this crazy, crazy situation that they're in right now. But anyway, that's either here or there. But I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of tidbits, info on what you can use to help your focus factor, because I get nervous at test time, so I wear sunglasses to the test. And sometimes if I can, I try to take the test outside of the classroom because I can't even take tests around other students. I get too nervous and it affects my grades and my thinking. So that is a little secret society secret number one for you, from me to you. iSHERA, your international life coach. Okay, now before we can start talking about focus factor, we need to talk about what life is about. And to me, what life is about making goals or wanting to do things and trying your best to reach these goals as best as you can. So life is, I believe, metaphysically a journey on trying to reach as many as your goals as possible. You really shouldn't have one, you should have several. They should be changing on a regular basis because your goals adapt to who you are and who you've become in life. And if you're an enlightened person, you get smarter, and not just book smart, but intellectually smart about who you are and where you come from to make better choices in life. Today is a Sunday church day for most Catholic people, but to me, I burnt some money to my ancestors because I felt like they needed it. Like, it's what you and how you choose to live life, I think, what makes life important. And I feel that your focus factor is very important to that factor, which is remembering stuff and keeping stuff in your head. And once you realize that metaphysically life is a three-sided coin, then you start trying to make moves, not more so on a physical level, but you start making move more so on a multi-spiritual level, because if you're metaphysically sound, you know that life is a layered situation. Even this perspective world and its parallel lives have several aspects to it. So just know that having focus is not easy. So I can't knock nobody who's not as focused that I am, who don't do the things that I do. I would never judge someone else, because I know focus is not easy. Focus, and as a spiritual healer, I know focus can be very, very difficult. But as someone who I feel teaches, each one teach one. I believe in that. Each one teach one. I try my best to show people the best sides of me. And I have to remind you guys that forgetting is a key danger zone factor. That's what the government uses to amplify their propaganda. They make sure that you forget. And forgetting is something that will allow you to lose. That is the most evil side of focus, is the fact that you forget. You could be as focused as you want, but if a focused individual of 10 years starts forgetting in his 11th year, he can go down just as hard as someone who forgets in his second year or first year. Forgetting is the major danger zone of our lifetimes, and we have to remember not to forget. And we've forgotten where we come from. We've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten our ancestors because of the propaganda and what's being perpetrated here in the United States of America. But I'm here as a sound body and mind to let my people know. And when I say my people, I'm speaking about people who are like-minded and rather utilize their third eye more so than their visual eyes on life. And I say this: do not forget. Don't forget. Continue doing what you need to do, because within remembering, and even if you forget for a little while, try to remember again. Perfect example I'm going to share with you guys. Perfect example on not remembering to forget. I remember there was a time in my life where I was super chubby, didn't like how I looked, and I started eating better and living right and feeling right, and the weight just came off. Yeah, I was using dietary supplements on certain things to help me, but I transcended to a point in my life where I used no synthetic pills for my weight gain, and literally completely use only my mind to change and metamorphosize my body. And it's a wonderful thing to be able to change your physical shape without the synthetic drug that the government is giving you to make you help boost the magic of changing. Like, it ain't nothing like when you could tell your mind shift, mind change, my body lose weight, and it does that. It's crazy. You can do that. And I truly feel, as a spiritual healer, anybody who's in my shoes trying to reach enlightenment, or is on the path of, or is on a consistent path of enlightenment, then self-awareness is like their main goal. So they work hard on not to forget. And perfect example, I gained weight again. And then I had to lose the weight again. Actually, I gained weight again because of the negative people that was around me. But I had to literally reprogram my head after separating from that negative person that I was around, to reprogram my mind to think and feel how I was thinking and feeling before I met this person. And we as individuals forget stuff. This is why we gain the weight back. This is why we the life 1 minute is cool, next minute it's crazy. You know what I mean? We have to continuously remember and continuously be consistent with what we have decided to do within our life. And the propaganda game is so high in the United States of America that you can easily forget it on many, many ways. The TV, the computer, the friends, the school system. Oh, I just saw something spit out my mouth. School system, all of that are ways that are used in your life to keep you off of the main road, which is enlightenment, if again you're on the path of the metaphysical world. Okay, so protect yourself, you guys. It's time. It's time for the good stuff. For the good stuff. It's time. It's time for the good stuff. For the good stuff. Here's a little tidbit information on what you can do to protect yourself when it comes to living a metaphysical life and trying to make your focus factors your main priority, and not this outside stuff, but the stuff that you hold true to your life. Perfect example. When I found out that my son is allergic to 7 different things, and when I found out the school, all the food that they serve, ingredients has those 7 different things, I had to choose upon myself as a metaphysical mother to decide to make my son lunches. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that the TV was fucking with my son, fucking with me, I took out syndicated TV from my house. So now we only have Netflix. Like, when you make these sound decisions for you and for your family, there's sometimes a point of no return that you reach, that if you go back, it kind of does like a double whammy reaction, because it goes back to that euphemism, faith, not faith that works is dead, but uh, the euphemism, what's the euphemism of naive, naive is bliss. To be naive is to be bliss. If you don't know about the truth, you could live in your, what some people call sin, what some people call darkness, what some people call chaos, what some people call their confusion or their fetish stages in life, all they want. They could live in that all they want in their naive state. But once you learn, once you become enlightened and you're given that knowledge, and you choose to go back off on that knowledge, trust me, I'm telling you now, it's going to hit you harder. So once you get focused, try your best to stay focused, because if you lose focus, it's going to come back to you way harder, and it's going to hurt you even more, because you know the truth. Different from someone who's ignorant as hell and don't know it. I never get into a conversation about God with anyone, because there's one question I ask them, and I ask that: do you know where you come from? Do you know where your ancestors come from? If they don't know where their ancestors come from, I will not have a conversation with someone else about God. I won't, because you'll only have a one-sided conversation, and you won't see my side because you only have that one perspective. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk to enlightened people who understand that when it comes to religions, a little of them, all of them tells a little bit of truth, but they lose that one connectivity, which I feel is source. We all come from one place. It's not a separate place. We come from one place. But know that also a great ding 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 ding. Number two, ding 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 ding. Number two, another way you can protect yourself is clear your environment. Like, clear it. Like, if you feel that there are certain people messing with you, stop fucking with them. If there are certain foods that are eating that's making you itch and you don't know why you're itching, it's mostly because of certain foods you're eating. Stop eating those foods. If you think you're using drugs too much, or think that you eat too much pork, then cut down from those things. Any cut down from those things, anything of those cut downs is going to help you protect yourself to have the mind of the strongest focus factor possible. And if you can't move away from the negativity, if you can't stop eating the negativity, if you can't stop doing the negativity, visualize something else. Perfect example. You about to eat and fuck up this fucking big juicy double cheeseburger with ham and bacon and lettuce and tomato and pickle with some pastrami. You about to eat into this sandwich, and you know you're going to eat this sandwich. Have the sandwich work for you. Close your eyes. Think of a carrot. And as you eat the sandwich, eat a veggie sandwich with carrots and cucumbers. And all that healthy shit that's supposed to be good for you, that it is good for you, all that raw shit. While you're eating the turkey burger, think about the raw foods and pretend you're eating the raw foods, and try to make the crunchy sounds of the carrots when you're eating the raw food until you're strong enough to abstain from it. And that within itself, I believe, can also help you. Visualization, when you can't completely clear your mind or your space from these negative points in your life that's fucking up your focus factor. Also, keep the outside chatter Keep all outside chatter to a minimum. When I'm speaking of outside chatter, you guys, I'm talking about people's opinions, what they think, how they feel, what your son or children feel, what your cousins feel, what your negative side feels. Any part of you that is making you think some stressful shit, which is causing you to feel angry and upset, that's outside chatter. Thank you. You see how the gods co-sign for me with that honk? Beep, beep. That's listen, and also listen for those synchro-destinies. That was synchro-destiny, not outside chatter. Outside chatter is people saying, girl, why would you do that? That would fuck your shit up. Are you crazy? Girl, you can't do that. You don't have enough money to do that. Boy, you trying to mess with that girl. I heard she got SKVDs, STDs, RTDs, and EPGs. Hello. Woo! Just another episode on Mama Sheba's house. Just another episode on iSHERA's world. Do the outside chatter is what you need to shut out completely if you want to stay focused on your focus factor. Okay, you want to be highest on your highest level so you can reach your focus factor. Focus factor is important because if you know how to reach your focus factor, what's going on outside of you is not going to stop you from taking care of business and doing what you have to do. Okay? Know that for a fact. So cut down all outside chatter. Don't let no one stop you from doing and achieving all that you need to do. And don't even let your mind stop you, because your mind, self-talkers are the one that will knock you down the most. Like, seriously, self-talkers, the self-chatter that we have in our head can turn us in fucking sane. That's why some people think they have schizophrenia. That's why some people think they have what's that other one? Bipolarity. That's why some people think they have what's the other one? Depression and manic depressives and things of that nature, because you don't know how to quiet the negative voices. We all have these voices, you guys. We all have these voices, you guys. We all have these voices. You have to learn how to tune them in and tune them out. And you have to learn with enlightenment how to decipher what they're trying to tell you. Like that honk was a cosign for me when the car passed by, right when I said, you need to stay balanced, or whatever I said. Rewind to figure out what I said. I don't remember. The moment has gone. Synchro-destiny moments come quickly. You have to be attuned to them. And your focus factor is key to being attuned to listening to your messages. Sometimes messages are like, Jonah was a prophet. Ooh, ooh, but he never really got it. Sad but true. Jonah was a prophet. A doobly-doo. Yes, my 10-year-olds watch VeggieTale bitches, because I won't let him watch that other shit. Because he did not get the point. Jonah was a prophet. But he never really got it. Sad but true. Jonah was a prophet. Boobly-boo. He did not get the point. We are like little Jonahs. Messages come to you, but because you're so confused and lost, the messages get contorted and fucked up, and then you take a blessing that's sent to you, which comes wrapped up in a sadness, and then you break down from it instead of learning from it and becoming better with it. Jonah was told by the God to go over there and go preach to these heathenistic people. Jonah didn't want to do it. Jonah didn't want to do it. So when spirit tells people to do things that are like completely way left field, people get scared and don't want to do it. And then you fuck up your destiny, and then you're wondering why you're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because people are scared to make moves. You know what I'm saying? And spiritual moves are like making 3 or 4 regular moves all at the same time, simultaneously, in synchro-destiny sync. You know what I'm saying? But as for me, a life coach, I know I walk very different paths from it. Like, I was blessed. I told my son, what's the name of that prophet that didn't want to listen to God? Because I was talking to someone else about it. Didn't want to listen to God. And then my son, just like me, spit out the whole song, and he sang it on key. He was like, oh, I know what you're talking about, mommy. Jonah was a prophet. Ooh, ooh. I think he sang another song. Oh, Oh, he started with the hook. Compassion and mercy from me to you, from you to me. And he sang the whole fucking song. My son is my child, son. He sang the whole fucking song. And then at the end, he said, Jonah was a prophet. I was like, oh, Jonah, 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 Jonah. Like, my family, that's why we have no man in the house right now, because I'm walking a spiritual path with my son. And whether he likes it or not, I'm teaching him things that most families don't get, will not comprehend. What I give to my family members of the next generation is, I'm not scared to say I'm a spiritual healer. I'm something what some people call witch, but there's more sides to me than just witching. I do a lot of things. I'm a healer. I'm a teacher. I'm a nurturer. I do a lot of things. So I consider myself as a high priestess. So I have no problem telling my cousins, telling my mother, telling my family, I am a high priestess. I don't give a fuck what my tax bracket says. I'm a high priestess and I expect the respect as such. And I live my life through making sure my focus factors are in line as such, for sure. So my last and final protective tactics. The last protective tidbit I can give you when it comes to your focus factor is stay connected to source. Stay connected to source. Staying connected to source is key when it comes to keeping your focus, keeping your mental state of mind, and keeping your memory on the things that you want to remember. Like, you have, sometimes we forget that we can't eat meat. Sometimes we forget that we really shouldn't fuck sexy bodies we want to fuck. Sometimes we forget that, being at a job that I don't like is going to most likely set up my day to have a day that I don't like. Like, people are not taking into consideration the esoteric side of things, and it's fucking them over. Me, myself, that's a no-no. I take my metaphysical side of my life very seriously, and I don't play no games. And if you're not or don't get the metaphysical side of my life, then you're really not the type of person that I would fuck with to begin with. Long story short. And on that note, stay connected to source. Whether you give up money to the gods, whether you say a quick prayer to your mother, whether you have a private conversation with your dead ancestor, whether you sit at your altar and sing a song of praise to them, whether you take a crystal or a candle and you give Shabbat to them, whether you abstain from something you like in either in remembrance or respect to them, whether you burn a candle for them in love and reverence, whatever you choose to do, whether you stay by yourself in a quiet place for a little while and you let your whole family run amok in the house and you run to the fucking car and you get your moment of peace and focal point and transmission of harmony and focus. You do what you have to do to stay connected with source, because within staying connected with source, you're enlightening your soul, you're enlightening your being, and you're enlightening yourself to a higher state of focusedness, so you can move on to the next level. So you can what? Go back to what we started this conversation to begin with, to whatever our life goals may be, whatever those goals may be, whether it be job, money, your metaphysical practices, your businesses, whatever. Okay? So, for a little reminder to my friends and my foes, a little reminder to my friends and my foes, a little reminder to my friends and my foes. A little reminder. Action with no pussy clot flower through is no action. Action with no follow through is no action. Action with no follow through is no action. Why you gonna start something and not follow through and finish it? That's key. So please know that a reminder for you to keep your focus factor is, if you are one of these people that have to write down everything to remember, you have to do that. All right, let me share a little private information. Ever since my accident where my settlement was crap, it was nothing, it was garbage. My settlement was garbage, and that accident fucked my shit up. I'm at a point now where I must write down everything or I will forget. So know your weaknesses and know your strength, and never forget, like, if you have to do something mundane, is always write it down that you must do that. End of story. End of story. Also, cleanse daily. Cleansing daily will help you stay on your esoteric level side fresh and clean. Throw some herbs, some cleaning herbs. Google it. Throw some herbs in the pot. Cook it up. Cleanse yourself with it. You know what I'm saying? Cleanse yourself with it. While you're cleansing, say some magic words. You need a spell? Call me. I got your back. You know what I mean? Cleansing daily is definitely going to help with your focus factor level. Also, fasting from sex, drugs, and food of any sort will help lift up your state of focus factor being. But please believe, the longer and the stronger your fast is, the stronger and higher repercussions you're going to gain from the fast. Okay? The longer and the stronger, the better, meaning how often you break the fast and things of that nature. All of that takes key, and only you can do that within yourself. But that will definitely help your focus factor. Also know that if you're going to fast, even if you're not going to fast, drinking lots and lots of water is going to help with your state of being, help with your focus factor level, because water is important. We're 98% water from what I've been taught in school. So know that water drinking is a must, and you have to continually drink water. That's why this situation with Michigan is so dire, because, like, water is a necessity. You clean with it, you bathe with it, you drink it, you use it. Like, water is what you use for everything. So know that for a fact. Now, this is my last one. My secret society. My secret society. Tidbit. Tidbit. Another one. Secret society. Tidbit. Tidbit. Number 2, tidbit. Number 2, tidbit. Number 2, tidbit. Okay, the last thing I'm going to share with you, Secret Society number 2, before I go, is that using crystals can also help with your focus factor. I have a beautiful gemstone made by Alpha Thoughts, which is made by with a sapphirite stone, and it was cut into the shape of Africa with a hematite in the middle. And that stone, that necklace stone, I use for many things, especially I use to protect me. But sometimes the stone is so full and so powerful that I literally have to take it off, because I can feel my chest pounding through pounding on the stone. Like, sometimes my sapphirite gains so much energy that I can't wear it for long periods of time, and I felt it. And Alpha Thoughts told me that shit, and I was like, please, I'm a strong spiritual artist. He kept on telling me, oh, you're not gonna be able to wear this for long periods of time. I'm like, boy, I know about stones. And he's right, but this only happened after I started using the stone for magic, and it changed. Like, I could actually put energy into jewelry, and it's crazy, and it makes it super stronger, and I love it. And it's like, wow, he was right. This stone I have is very powerful. Nobody touches my stone. I don't let nobody touch my shit. It's like my stone is like my children. Don't touch my kids. Like, you can talk to them, but don't touch them. Like, you could admire them, but don't touch my kids. Seriously. And my jewelry is the same way. Don't touch my jewelry. Because I feel that people carry energy. And like Medea said, people don't wash their hands. I don't shake hands. I don't shake hands. People don't wash their hands. I don't shake hands. I don't shake hands. I don't shake hands. For that is because people's energy. I don't want you transferring any type of energy to me. I do it sometimes on a force of habit, but I try not to shake hands with people. So know you guys that your focus factor is achievable. If you listen to my video and take heed to the warnings and the problems and the protections and the reminders that I gave you, you will set yourself up to always have your focus factor, whatever it may be, right where it's supposed to be, in the middle of your essence. When what you need to do is in the middle of your essence, so strong, you can't forget about it. The only way you forget about it if you are imbalanced and things shift. Like, you only forget when things are imbalanced or are shifting. But if you can shift that chaos and that light within the middle alignment by utilizing the great things I just told you, you can really evolve much quicker and reap the benefits of better lives much sooner. Because I had an astrologer told me once, shout out to Oshun, what's up? I explained to her that I always felt like I've always been watched. Like, the Truman Show. I've always felt as if I've always had someone watching me. I always feel like someone is trying to communicate or connect or interchange with me when I'm SYNCHRO-DESTINY, when I'm sleeping. And sometimes these energies are very aggressive, like that car that just passed by and revved up. I've been dealing with aggressive energies all my life. Look out for my video, spiritual sex. I'm going to talk about how not to flip out about experiencing interdimensional beings when you're sleeping, when you're trying to go to sleep, when you're awake, when you're subconsciously half asleep. Like, that's normal activity for someone who's on an enlightened path. So please understand that when it's dealing with energies, alter ego energies and stuff of that nature, don't ever be scared of it. Like, our children nowadays are dealing with sexual incubuses and succubuses from childhood. So you need to understand that being balanced is key, because being balanced keeps you from getting fucked with when you're sleeping. Not only it helps you keep balance to make your moves in this third dimensional realm, also your focus factor helps you keep balance for when you're sleeping to protect yourself. Like I said, metaphysical issues are on triad levels, so you need to be able to conceive and understand and comprehend on more than one level. Thanks, you guys, for listening. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Again, my name is iSHERA, your international life coach, and this has been another one. iSHERA's world. This has been another episode of iSHERA, brought to you by her business, which is Sheba's Incorporated, where I can help you spiritually, emotionally, and physically. There isn't a problem I couldn't face. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's been good. It's been grand.